are live from the garage. Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy Friday. Oh, my goodness. Guys, I just took my dogs out. It is raining literal cats and dogs here in Oregon. And I did not look at the weather report before I went to therapy to go walk around in the outsides with horses. But yeah, I got a little wet. I gotta change my socks. And then I came home and put on my rain boots and geared up the dogs and took them out. Yeah, it's we're starting to get back into Oregonian weather here. True, or I got a little I don't know what that is. Anyway, Oregonian weather. So first and foremost, y'all, if you are not on the up and up in the latest court news, of course, Mr. Danny, here we go. Danny's Impact at Danny's Impact won his case. Kendrick's Moxon. Deuces. Danny won. Huge win today. Yesterday, Solomon spanked the crap out of ZDT in court. Guys, Scientology is getting completely obliterated in court. Just completely, absolutely, 100% obliteration in court right now, which is, I don't know, it's kind of fantastic. So I do have an update of sorts from you guys. And thank you to all of the internet detectives out there who have been doing the Lord's work to find out what is happening, what I've brought up, dig into it further even than I did. And this morning I was greeted with some very exciting emails, which I'm not going to share your email address. Please don't worry. Here we go. So I got an email from a contributor here, from one of y'all. Basically, it says, "Hi, it appears as though Scientology owns the copyright to the film. The movie does not have to be in public domain to purchase. Rather, because it's so new, right? It's only 10 years old. The most likely thing is that the owner outright sold the rights to Scientology." So please, yeah. And I will text you. You know who you are. I'm reading your email. I will text you later to thank you personally for this, but I wanted to read that out. So what I suspected yesterday, that Scientology had in fact bought the rights to this film, and this is why they're distributing it, right? And why they are then pimping out, Rafa. So now they've taken off the name Rafa off of here, it appears, right? So they just have the film, but they did have Rafa before, guys. So they've taken that off. Derek Hamke, as we discovered yesterday, okay, is it says here in his bio, proud co-owner of gymnastic gym in Joplin, Missouri called Amplified Gymnastics. And when you look that up, you find out they've rebranded as Helix because his partner, the co-owner, Kip Johnson, is a pedo. So yet again, guys, we have another possible, Tim Ballard situation. And I did, I've talked to a couple other experts out there who are suggesting, and this is alleged because I don't have proof and I need to do a lot more digging, that this organization may have a similar modus operandi, MO, to, the OWN Foundation, which of course was Tim Ballard's fake rescue organization where he would literally, hire actors to stand in and pretend to be human trafficked. And then he would come in and do a rescue mission with Marisol Nichols, It was clear to me after I read this article from Freedom Magazine, and then they have an in-depth interview with this guy that clearly happened this year, based on, his age and everything, that he probably sold the rights to the film to Scientology. So isn't it interesting that a human child trafficking organization, Scientology, is now partnered up with somebody who's also involved in the same thing, whose business partner was a pedo and created an entire gymnastics empire for, for him to be able to prey on innocent young people. Okay. It's like there is an old expression. My step whore told me this many years ago, but it is a true expression, even though I loathe her with every ounce of my being. That water seeks its own level, right? And that's an old Southern expression, apparently meaning that like seeks like seeks like, you know. And but I want to do something spicy right now here with you guys on the air. I'm going to take my Sciento phone and we are going to pull up my Google Voice, okay? And we're going to make a phone call here together because we're going to call Scientology Media Productions right now. And I'm just going to ask them, as a human trafficking organization, why would they highlight somebody who's actually helping people? Okay. So we're going to do this together. I'm going to dial it. Pull up my dialer here. It is 323. That's classic LA area code 960-3500. Here we go. Put it on speaker for y'all. Let's see if we get anybody, guys. I doubt we will. Let's see if Mary picks up. She used to be like the receptionist for everything. I should ask them if they have a comment on their loss today.
Hello, Church of Scientology International.
Hi, my name is Nora. How are you today?
Hello, I'm fine. How can I help you?
Yes, I had just a couple questions. I noticed on your Scientology TV channel that you guys are premiering a movie in it. Let's see, the countdown says 5 hours from now, called Finding Home. Is that correct?
I have no data on that. This is reception.
Oh, okay.
What is it you want to know?
So I'm just trying to find out about this movie that you guys are showing on your channel. It's called Finding Home. It was originally made by another organization called RAFA, who helps young children in Cambodia and Haiti and Thailand escape child sex trafficking. And they made it back in 2014, but now you guys are premiering it for the second time, according to Freedom Magazine, in partnership with Derek Hamke, the director. Is that correct?
I have no data. You know as much as I do. That's what it's
well. Oh, okay. But you guys don't watch your own TV channel? I'm just confused because my real question is twofold. Like this.
Hold on a moment.
Oh, sure. She's got another call. I'm gonna mute myself while the music's playing. I don't want to get dinged for their just groovy music, guys. Hang on. Actually, I looked up. I was just trying to find out more about it, and then if you Google, Scientology Media Productions, who's does the TV network, this is the number that's on Google. Is there can you transfer me to them? Maybe they have the answers about that.
No, but if you've got questions about the film, I can put you through to the media relations voicemail.
Oh,
you can ask the questions.
Okay. Sure. If there's a voicemail where I could ask some questions, I would enjoy that. Okay.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Hi, my name is Nora. I'm just calling about this program that you guys are airing here in 5 hours, Finding Home, which is a film that was made by the organization RAFA that helps young women who have been sex trafficked in Thailand, Haiti, and Cambodia to escape that and return to safe houses. But my real question is, how can you guys, as a human trafficking, child trafficking cult, pretend to promote an organization that's actually helping people when you are still participating in this very illegal international activity? And second question, just as a total aside, nothing to do with that, how does it feel to lose for the second time here? Is Kendrick going to go to the RPF now because he lost against a young man who was protesting, and you guys tried to set him up with an elderly Sea Org member on a scooter? How does that loss feel? How is David Miscavige feeling about that? And will there be more retaliation towards people exercising their First Amendment right outside of your Chomo evil cult? Thank you so much. I hope to hear back from you. Bye. Sorry. Oh, that felt good. That felt good. That felt very, very good. Anyway, guys, I don't expect to get a call back from that. Kelly, suck it, Moxon. Yeah. I wonder if the receptionist will look into the documentary. I hope she does. Might get the wheels turning. Yeah. I mean, it might, but also, Kelly, as you and I know, Scientologists adamantly believe all of the bullshit that they sell to themselves. So, yeah. I don't think they're going to reply. But what I would encourage you guys to do the same thing I just did. Call that number. Let's pull that back up on the screen here. Ask the receptionist to talk to Scientology Media Productions, okay? And see if you can get through to the voicemail. Leave a voicemail for them. Ask them. I did forget to leave a number. That's all right. Whatever. They saw my number on the screen. It'll be there. It's 2024. Yeah. So let's do this, guys. Let's put this number in the chat. Give them a call and find out how they feel about Kendrick Moxon losing today, and all of that. And also, guys, I still don't have a statement from Rafa. They haven't gotten back to me either on what they're doing or how they're disassociating themselves from this. They should be making an official statement. I would love for people to keep contacting them as well to encourage this, because, yeah, 100%. We need Rafa to make a statement on this, unless they are, in fact, in a partnership with the Church of Scientology now. And what does that say about their legitimacy? Right? This is all alleged. It's all alleged. At 1 o'clock, I'm still going on with the members only live. I just wanted to come in here and do a quick recap of what we know, what's happening, what I found out this morning. But also, guys, you may have seen, and maybe you didn't, so I'm going to pull it up here. There's already some spicy comments on this. What's up, Rabbit? Hey, girl. I just wrote this post, guys, because I went to therapy. I was listening to this on the way to therapy. I finished this stream after therapy, and I had some thoughts, and these are my thoughts, okay? So I watched Aaron's video yesterday, which I consider to be, in my opinion, clickbait, titled video insinuating from the title that he was setting up a fund for protesters, only to have it be the upside down version of that. When I initially watched it, I was hyper-focused on the nameless gaslighting that Aaron was doing about me. There was a bit of it in there, and my ego got the better of me, guys. And I was also multitasking. I wasn't giving it 100% attention, and I'm going to go rewatch it now with 100% attention. And I was tempted last night to do a very sassy and snarky response. But patience and reflection, and my wife, I didn't put that in there, but shout out to Jen, helped me realize that was exactly what Aaron was hoping for him to further his false victim narrative where he is the white knight hero, and anyone who is critical of him in any way, shape, or form is bad and evil, just like his preamble video he did with Natalie very nicely set up. If you didn't watch the video between him and Natalie called like The Confront of Evil, because you guys didn't know Aaron for 30 years and I do, this is what he does. He sets the stage, and then he goes on the attack. So the stage setting was that very humble, very like, oh, I just recalled something. Oh, you jogged my memory video that he did with Natalie. And then yesterday went on the attack with this video that at first glance, I was upset about it because I thought a bit of it was about me, and it was. And then I just stewed in that for a bit, but that wasn't actually the worst part, right? Again, ego got the better of me. So Selfless, and shout out to Selfless, did a brilliant breakdown of what is really at stake here and what Aaron is woefully ignorant and dismissive of. When someone's freedom now and in the future is on the line, Aaron thinks it's okay to suggest that if your audience isn't big enough, then you should just pay $1,000, admit to the charges, and make it go away. Please don't take my word for it that Aaron doesn't care about anyone or anything unless you have money or are useful to him. Take it directly from the horse's mouth. He said the quiet part out loud. Please do yourself a favor and watch this breakdown that Selfless says. I watch everything at 2x. It just makes my life easier. It is 2.5 hours, but it is a very, very in-depth, very astute breakdown of exactly what's on the line here. And we see that having an attorney worth their salt who knows what the fuck is going on, Dorothy, shout out to Dorothy, can take down Scientology. Now, and I'll be honest with you guys, this is something I'm growing from. When I'm thinking about protesting, I think about, what has happened to me in protests. Fortunately for me, knock on wood, I have not had a physical confrontation with any Scientologists. I think they were trying to make fetch happen the last time I was there with that clear OSA plant where Liz and I were there together. But I think, honestly, he was a little scared of me. So he got close to me, but he forgot to, interact with me in that way. So they had no case to create there. But I guarantee you they were trying to provoke something like that by me interacting with him. And then he just basically cut tail, he put his tail between his legs and ran back in the building. But fortunately for me, I haven't experienced that. And that is privilege, 100%. There are many protesters besides DOA who have experienced this. Danny is one of them. And to be ignorant, and I'm admitting ignorance here, and that I did not put this in my mind when I'm thinking about these cases. I want everybody to win against Scientology because Scientology is evil and all this shit is bullshit, right? But what I was not taking into account is that this is someone's absolute personal freedom, right? Let's say hypothetical scenario. If Danny had paid the $1,000 and made it go away and, just admitted that he was in the wrong, which he wasn't. That guy hit him. Then his life is essentially over. He has a criminal charge now, right? He can no longer be within however many feet they were trying to keep him from of any Scientology building, which, as we know, as I'm diving into the front groups, is fucking everywhere. Okay. And that affects him for the rest of his life on job applications, on housing applications, on credit applications. This is not just some nuisance that you just pay $1,000 and everything's over. That is a very cis white rich person perspective on life, that it doesn't matter anyway because I can just make everything happen no matter what. Now, I am not rich. I am cisgendered, but I'm white, unfortunately. I used to say I was Greek and not white in the 90s. Greek people were white. Let's be honest. Yeah, I want to apologize, honestly, for, being ignorant on that, for not doing my own due diligence and finding out the facts about the, what had happened. So this is what I'm talking about. I know I'm getting a lot of downvotes right now. People are upset. Leave it alone. Stop talking about this. And I get that. And this isn't a clapback, okay? This is just a fact back, okay? And also an admission of ignorance and laziness on my part in terms of advocacy where advocacy needs to be. And I just want to say publicly that I'm going to be better about that. I'm definitely going to do a lot more education you know, on what I can do to lend assistance and how I can be a better advocate in that space. Now, facts are facts. As this battle has played out publicly between me and Aaron, I do understand that this is not what people are tuning in for, and that is not going to become the focus of this show. Okay, at all. I want to make that abundantly clear. And I'm welcome to the cookout. Thank you, Aubrey. I do make a good potato salad and there's no fruit in it. Okay. But yeah, I'm sorry. Now I'm just thinking about cookouts, Aubrey. My brain went off into delicious food because it's almost lunchtime and I'm hungry. But no, floating needle, please go watch the video again. He's absolutely talking about Danny because the case that 86 funded is Danny's case. 100% he was throwing Danny under every available bus and saying he wasn't worth 20 grand because he had no followers. So please watch Selfless's breakdown and rewatch Aaron's video because in no uncertain terms, he was talking about Danny, which is disgusting to punch down at somebody who's in the middle of a congrats, Summer, on your job. Of a paramount case, not only for his personal freedom, guys, but as a huge, huge blow to Scientology. Enormous. So please do yourself a favor. I texted Selfless to let him know, but I want you guys to know, I really think that education in this space about protests, about the protest movements as a whole, like this is something obviously I don't know a lot about. Okay. And I'm going to educate myself. I think we all kind of need to do that a little bit because that's what I'm doing about Scientology is trying to bring that education front so that we can all like collectively understand what we're battling, how to effectively wage this battle against them. Right. So, oh, babe, if you could prop that open, it's so hot in here. I'm dying. I know. I locked the dogs out. I'm sorry. Huh? Yeah, sure. Now the dogs are in here. Yeah. Here's the deal, TK. Again, please, all I'm asking you to do, okay? This isn't about whether you like Aaron as a human being or not. If you like him and you want to support him, I don't have a problem with that. But I encourage you to please educate yourself. Go rewatch his live. Watch Selfless's breakdown of this live. Okay? Because this is not about Aaron's bad. He's a poop head. He's bald, whatever. I don't give a shit about any of that. I really, really don't. This is about what we as the bigger channels here and I'm one of the smaller of the bigger channels. Natalie has 20,000 followers. I've lost over 1,000. Aaron has 243,000 followers, right? So as someone who has that large of a channel who insists on being the voice in this space, he has a very large responsibility to be truthful, to be accurate, and to use that power for good, in my personal opinion. Okay. So what video am I directing you to? I'm gonna provide the link. I'm so sorry. That was ignorant. Let me put that up here. So this is the video that Selfless did last night. I'll put it in the chat here so you guys can see it. Okay. I would encourage all of you guys to please go watch it. It is 2.5 hours long. I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched the whole thing. But I watched everything at 2x. I love Selfless's voice, but I have to watch most things at 2x. That's just me, which drives my wife bonkers because that's not for her. So only when I'm watching YouTube, not like a movie or anything else. Okay. And Blueberry's mom, again, stating facts is not negativity, but like, please take a moment to check yourself. Okay. Because yesterday, Aaron did all of this with a shuck and jive smile and literally cackled about Danny possibly losing his case and that he should have just paid $1,000 fine and, admitted guilt to something he was not guilty of. He laughed about that. That's disgusting. It's not about negativity. It's about you. Sometimes, guys, as we're discovering with the Diddy case and, you know, all these things, sometimes our heroes, to take it from an old Scientology policy, sometimes even heroes can have lice. Okay. And if you cannot hold your heroes accountable to the standards of decency, kindness, generosity, you know, if you're going to put yourself in a charity space, then be charitable. Okay. Then I don't know, you know, then I don't know, you know, and I'm going to address all the other comments and questions here in a second, but like, guys, we need to let's get real. Let's stop pussyfooting around with this stuff, because this is super serious. People's lives are on the line. DOA's case, Scotty's case is back in session on Monday. And he could possibly slam dunk his case also. This has been, you know, the focus. And then, of course, next week also, we have the Jane Doe versus David Miscavige and Gavin Potter case resuming on Thursday. Guys, these are super important things that are going on. And to not highlight that, to not, you know, to make it about you. Like, you know, what did Aaron do today? He went into Dodge Landsman's chat and said that he and Streets raised the most money for Danny's lawyer. It's not fucking about you, Aaron. It's not. After you spent an entire life gaslighting your entire community into thinking like, hey, I'm going to start a fund for the protesters. Oh, just kidding. That's literally the worst idea ever. No one should ever think of that. It's stupid. Don't do it. And then shit all over Danny for not taking a plea to something he didn't do. And then today be like, but it's all because of me, because I gave money. First of all, fuck you. Like, I'm sorry. I'm really trying not to swear as much, guys, because I went back and reread the YouTube rules, and that's why my shit's getting the yellow thing. So I gotta put the censor button out. There we go. See. There we go. I have to keep my finger over that so I can just say, you know what, this sucks. Okay. but I'm really, you know, I'm hopeful that, like, here's why I'm just a few more words. I'm going to get to the things. Yes, Cajun Juju, this is very true. It was 250 supporters that helped raise the lawyer fund. And thank you for paying for Dorothy, guys, because she's fucking fantastic. And she even said in a live that Serge had on that she is going to continue the fight against Scientology because she's fucking had it. Okay. So sorry. See, I didn't beat. Fuck. Okay. I gotta do this. Okay. Yeah. This isn't about us versus them, me versus Aaron, Team Nora. If you're team both, I'm totally fine with that. When Aaron is doing his show, he does a good show. He puts out good information, and people like to listen to how he does that. Fantastic. Okay? When he spends his time punching incredibly down on trauma survivors, rape survivors, on people like Danny, okay, who just don't, you know, just have such a small channel. It's just gross. Like, you can't sit with me in the YouTube booth. That is a misuse of his power. That, in my personal opinion, that is a gross misuse of his enormous power that he does wield. Okay. And I had a really interesting conversation with Serge Delmar, who talked me off a tree the other night. And I did watch Liz Ferris's whole live. And again, my ego was getting the better of me to miss a very big point of the messaging. Because, you know, this is stuff I'm working on in therapy, guys. I have a very big obsession, vulnerability time. I should have like a graphic for that. Vulnerability moment. I have an obsession with things being correct. Like, I am that person that's in the grocery store while I'm waiting in line. And if I look over at the candy bars and there's like things in the wrong thing, I will, oh God, I have to like fucking rearrange it. Right. It's a little bit of OCD. Whatever. But when it comes to storytelling, and especially stories that I know, like both sides of the issue and things like that, I get very upset when things are told incorrectly or continued to be, fibbed about. Okay. I have to get over that. And I'm working on it. Right. But what Serge said to me, which was so poignant, was there is no such thing as a perfect victim. And I thought, yeah, that's very true. Because first of all, for the first time in, 48 years, I'm actually processing my trauma. And it is very messy, guys. It is not linear. It is not, just a rocket ride of rainbows and kittens coming out of my ass and all this other shit. It is crying. It is upset. It is anger. It is, I need a nap. It is, yeah. And when someone like Liz Ferris comes forward and tells her story in the way that it makes sense in her mind, okay, and is talking through, horrific, not just like one horrific trauma, like, okay, she was born in this year, like, okay, whoop, we know that story basically, like that's bad, child neglect, blah, blah, blah. Oh, okay, it's more. I mean, this woman has endured about 10 lifetimes of trauma in one lifetime and is somehow still alive to tell the tale, and this is, guys, we're not attacking Marilyn in the chat. I'm not going to allow that. So let's just stop that right now. We're not attacking anyone in the chat. Okay. Because as I pointed out for myself, okay, and I'm only speaking for myself, I have known Aaron for 30 years. Okay. 30 years. And we've been in each other's lives in different capacities for those 30 years. And it took me until this year, with a culmination of many things, to realize that that was not real. That what I considered to be a friendship was a one-way street. Completely one-way street. That was a huge loss for me. This is someone who has been an important, prominent figure in my life for 30 years. That in no way, shape, or form, AK Weather, you gotta, listen, I'm gonna give you a warning here. This is your warning. I need you to tone it down. Okay? Not because you're not passionate. Okay? But here's the deal. Some of us, including myself, and this will probably change over time with conversations, real conversations that aren't broadcast to the internet, have had a very hard time with DOA. And a lot of that he has created. And I think that he knows that. He has a big personality. Okay? But we really, everyone, and also everyone's entitled to their own opinion on protesting and how to do it. Like I said, this is an area I'm going to educate myself a lot more in. Okay, because I have an idea of what's a good protest, and it's not the way everybody else does it. But also, they've been very effective in shutting shit down. So, but please, let's give each other some grace. Okay, and if you have a particular conversation you want to have with Marilyn, she is a very smart, understanding woman who will gladly engage in a adult conversation with you in some way that you can message her. Okay, and I would encourage that. But let's not just punch down. We're not about punching down here. Let's just not do that. Okay. Let's just not do that. All right. So where was I? I totally got lost. Anyway. I was talking about Aaron, about something. Yeah. So 30 years. And I realized that was not real. Okay. And so that came out of me in a lot of different ways. I cried. I was angry. I kept clapping back. I kept talking about it. And I get the message. You guys don't want to see me yell about Aaron. I fully understand that. Okay. But because what we're doing right now is so important, I personally feel that accountability in this space is very important. because what we're doing and who we are up against, as we see, they just have endless funds for lawyers. They even have one in the Sea Org who will inevitably probably be going to the RPF now because of this tremendous loss. I hope he just gets in his car and drives away, honestly. Kendrick, if you're watching and listening, please just don't go back to that HGB, honey. Just keep driving. Go somewhere, anywhere. Reach out to Aaron. He'll help you. I mean, I'm serious. I wasn't saying that facetiously. Like, if we could help Kendrick Moxon leave Scientology, can you guys imagine? I would be popping popcorn and begging to be at the table of like his deposition. Oh my God. Okay. But, we need to get this stuff straight. This is not a joke. It's not something funny. It's not something for shits and giggles. The protests are real. The protests, like I said, all throughout this year, are the single most effective action that has ever happened against Scientology in my entire lifetime. Preventing new people from getting into Scientology has never happened on this scale before. And we need to keep it going, and we need to expand it to many places. And yes, that may involve, and Selfless brought up something that I was unaware of, that in other protest movements, there are lawyers on retainer that, they have a number for the protesters to call if they get in jail, and then they come and represent them. And it's part of the movement itself. I feel like, I really have to look into that. Like I'm having a lot of thoughts about that. Maybe that is something we need. I don't know. Again, I'm in the research era here, guys. I'm in the baby steps of research. I want to talk to more people about it. I have a couple lawyer friends that I can speak to about it, and just bounce these ideas off of them of how that would even look, right? Like, what would that look like? Or if that's a thing, or, anything. But again, this is about education and in my opinion, setting up something 100% before displaying it to you guys. Because, this is, it's important. And yes, full disclosure, I said it the other day kind of as an offhand thing. Okay. But full disclosure, I got funded by the SPTV Foundation for the stellate ganglion block shots. I am eternally grateful for all the board members that voted yes to fund me. Even the ones who I guess didn't particularly care for me, like Sterling, but thank you for voting yes to help me get those shots. Because those have been an absolute life changer. And honestly, I couldn't have, the place where I got it, Northwest Region, I'm going to pull up their website because Dr. Ryan Wood is a fucking miracle maker. It's not, it's not an all-in-one thing, right? It doesn't just instantly change you. And I hope you guys have been noticing day by day, a lot of things are happening, but this is where I went. This is the gentleman, Dr. Ryan Wood. He is fantastic. I love him. I enjoy him just as a human being. He has delivered personally well over 2,000 of these shots. He's a pioneer in this area. And additionally, it's cheaper here. It was only $2,025 to get these shots delivered by his expert hands. And, I encourage you, if you're a survivor of trauma, to look into the procedure. They have a description of what it is here. Let me pull this up for the shots on their website. Okay. And they talk about, oh no, this is request an appointment. Here we go. Ultrasound guided injection. So this is the one that you want to look at here. And it is guided by an ultrasound. You're not sitting up like that though, guys. You're laying down, by the way. It's more comfortable. So this is their article on the stellate ganglion block and how it's done and what it treats. Yeah, I'll just give you guys this here. And again, please do your own research. This is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor, but I do absolutely, absolutely encourage you to look into this. It has been, and I did a whole stream with Miriam where we were talking about the benefits that we've both seen from this. You guys can refer to that. It's on both my channels. So yeah. definitely, guys, let's not attack each other. I know where Donna stands politically and about Aaron is okay. Because again, guys, this is America. People are allowed to have their own opinions. Even if you're mad at me, you're allowed to have that opinion. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm not above criticism. I'm not above reproach. Ask my kids. Okay. Okay. So it's just, I really want people to rewatch that video. I'm literally going to go rewatch it as much as I can before the members only live stream. I'm going to go eat some lunch. First, I'm going to do these comments and questions because I'm hungry and I want to pull up all these things. Galen's in the house. Hey, my friend, it does not surprise me about Rafa. I'm always sus about these types of movie and movements. There's just been too many bad guys. Yeah, and Rafa also appears, my hair is falling out. Rafa also appears to be like its own kind of subsect offshoot of Christianity in some way. And again, I have to look into that because it's like they say they're doing Rafa. Right? They have their own missionaries and stuff like that. Like, it's like, yeah, it's like this whole own offshoot. So yeah, this could be a whole other rabbit hole. A few minutes late, but hi y'all. Hi, Mother of Baggins. Look at that cute baby dog. Love you, Nora, and thanks to the mods. Yes, thank you to my mods. Silver Lining, you just cracked me up. What an awesome voicemail. Yeah, we'll see if they even listen to it. Snotface, tell me again how beating a restraining order isn't important or worth the money. It's 1,000,000% worth it. 1,000,000% worth it. Apostate Alex in the house. That's why I never respond to attacks on my channel. It just fuels the fire. I know I'm bad at that. I respond to too much probably, but you know, again, working on correcting that inside me. Marilee, I think you shouldn't give him any more space in your head. Ignore him. The dominoes will fall. Correct. I mean, that's why I'm encouraging you to go rewatch this stream and watch Selfless's stream because he's burying himself. I don't have to do anything. He's doing it to himself. It's going to be very bad. CC is in the house. Streets Lawyer asked that question this morning in 11 streams. Hands down, fight the evil. Yes, yes, yes. Aubrey, thank you. I'm gonna bring this up again. I am welcome to the cookout. My friend, let's do it. Let's do it. Mother Baggins, this is your channel, your safe space. You can talk about whatever you want, and we love you. Love the accountability you take for yourself is why I stay with you. Well, thank you. Thank you. I am a deeply flawed human being, and I'm working on it, guys. My bad, Nora. We got you, though. What? What do you mean? I better be invited to the cookout still. Donna, Nora, you taught me this yourself, not to take things so personal. So when I listened to Aaron's video, that's exactly what I got was coming from him as a person. Okay. As Down the Rabbit Hole said, we're here to support all. Just stop this nonsense. Again, I hope I explained that to you better. TK, you're sad again. I'm sorry, Donna. I'm sorry. Here, gaze upon Lady Deadpool and let her cure your leprosy. That's a line from a Scientology film. Okay, not Lady Deadpool, but yeah. Aaron was singing a different tune when he was attacked by the dog guy. Correct. Correct. Cute Steffi in the house. Gavin Potter's case is critical. Time to refocus on important stuff. Dorothy has no fear. Yes, guys, this case is everything. David Miscavige is personally named in this case. He's going to have to show up to court. God, I wish I could be there. I almost seriously was going to fly down. But the case is on Thursday, and I'm going out of town, guys. I'm taking a tiny vacay next week. But I'm going to look at the schedule and see how long it's on, and I might just go to LA to cover the case. I would love that. We'll see. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to go to LA and sit in that courtroom. I'll do it. I said this in Aaron's video because I meant it. While I'm only licensed as attorney in Pennsylvania, I will do what I can to help any protester facing legal case due to protesting. Carrie, this is so beyond generous and amazing of you. And guys, if you are in Pennsylvania, if you are in Philly, if you are in Pittsburgh protesting at any of those organizations, please hit up Carrie at her channel for assistance. I like watching you both and Aaron, but he was totally talking about Danny. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And that was gross. It was gross. But thank you for acknowledging that, Kelly. Tim Mick, they sold out the rights to the devil. It makes sense when you see the connection to the pedo. Yeah. 100%, 100%, Tim. Okay. Alex, I've been attacked by pretty much everyone in this community, including me, Alex. And I apologize for that. I will apologize to you publicly right now for that. I gave up on the whole team mentality a long time ago. Scientology is the only battle I'm fighting, whether people like me or not. Alex, shut your whore mouth. You've known Aaron longer than I've been alive. You're just a wee baby. Let's not forget the protesters isn't just one group. I organized a protest last year. Yes, you did, to St. Hill. And yet people accuse me of not supporting the protesters. We're all protesting our own way. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And I just saw you protesting with tea the other day. So come on. This is why I love your channel, Nora. Who else have the ovaries to call Scientology and ask them these questions? You are spicy. Yes, I am. What sets you apart is others say accountability like it's going out of style. You talk it. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the update, Nora. I appreciate you, Heather Rhodes, for being here. Kendrick would blow it all up, right? Can you imagine if Kendrick walked away from this last case and is like, I know David Miscavige is going to fucking come and punch me in the face. I'm out. Kendrick, please, please escape. Please, please, please. I will help you. Please. I offer to help with your research on legal stuff, Nora. Thank you. Thank you. I will email you, Carrie. I can testify that the shot makes a personal difference. I've been observing the results after my hubby got the treatment, right? It's a day-by-day thing, Pamela. It's so interesting. And I'm so glad that he's seeing positive results. I'm so sorry I wasn't able to meet up with you guys when you were here. If you ever come back down to Portland, please let me know in advance, and we'll hang. We'll go to dinner. You're still invited to the cookout. Bring the Uncle Nearest. You know I'm bringing that Uncle Nearest. That's the best. I think this latest stream from Aaron is going to be a game changer. You're being very good girl today. Proud of you. All this stuff with Rafa is just amazing for the movement. Thank you, Carolina. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best. Aaron had a point when he said why a dedicated foundation for legal fees, basically Scientology, would flood with cases, but he lost me when he's saying he won't support them. Yeah. And he said that they would infiltrate the group. But see, if it's staffed with lawyers, lawyers are good at finding people who are sus. Anyway, they know the law. You've known Aaron since I was in my 40s. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now what? Thank you for your apology, Nora. That means more than I think you realize. Oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I can admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong, and I said things that were unkind and untrue and were hurtful. So, yeah. But yeah, I do that publicly for you. I didn't realize Aaron knows everything about how foundations can work. We're not worthy. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's get to these questions here, guys, because I'm starving. All right. Can they premiere the film for a second time? I think someone needs the word clear premiere, right? They're so dumb. They're just like, and it's a worldwide premiere, but we also showed it in May. Do you think they will ever answer another phone call from you? I don't know. Maybe. That's the great thing about Google Voice. You can change your number. Oh, got you already. I put the video in the chat. I'll put it again in the chat. This is Selfless's video. This is why. Oh, we did that already. What are you going to eat? And now you've changed your diet. So you know what, guys? I've been bad on my diet. I'm sometimes good. I'm sometimes bad. I have leftover Panda Express that I'm going to do because it was my youngest, my birth youngest's 16th birthday a few days yesterday or day. I can't. Time is irrelevant. Anyway, yeah. So happy birthday to me. Yeah, that one is 16, guys. My youngest baby I birthed is now 16. Yeah. Did the shots hurt? Here's the deal. It is, there's a little anesthetic that goes in first to kind of numb the area because it is a longer needle that goes in. I laid down and I closed my eyes and just, I took a Nativan, full disclosure, before that to just relax. You can have the shots under what they call twilight anesthesia, where they knock you out for a little bit to do the shots. That's an option also. I don't believe that costs extra. At the place that I went. Anyway, Mandy. But yeah, there's pressure. It's a pressure that you feel. But no, it wasn't. I mean, listen, I've had other procedures where, I had a lipoma removed from my leg that was done under general, just they gave a shot there. And that was extremely painful, even though I was numb. It was like right on my inner thigh. So yeah. But no, in terms of this, I would say no. But I also, please don't take my measurement of pain as anything. I have an extremely high tolerance for pain because of all the body trauma I've been through. So I don't know. For me, they weren't. Because pain is relative, guys. Let's be honest. But Dr. Wood is amazing, and he's very gentle and patient. So, Jamzilla, there are a lot of religious groups who have questionable motivations behind their work in the human trafficking space. We've seen it. Yeah. Yes. 100%. All right, guys. That's it for me for right now. I'll be back in a half an hour for the members only Ask Me Anything stream. If you're not a member, it's 99 cents, guys, if you want to come into that stream and ask me questions. There's also a chat, a post for the members on my okay. Let me pull this up, Maya. Thank you for this. Please, everyone, send some emails to the politicians in Denmark. Let me pull up SPTV space here, and we'll get this info for you right now. Thank you. Thank you, Maya, for this really important call to action here. So I'm going to imagine it's going to be under the resources section. Denmark list. Here we go. Boom. Let me pull this up on the screen. No, Siri. Okay. She's very spicy. Okay, I'm going to take your comment off here, Maya. I'm going to post this link here. Okay, we've got some exciting stuff happening there in Denmark. Please, please, please. There is the link, sptv.space. If you go to the resources tab, okay, resources, and click on Denmark list. You have an English template, a Danish template. Send it in to them and BCC or forward your letter and their response to sptvdenmark@gmail.com. All right, guys. I love you all. I will see you in literally 32 minutes. All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, as always, to all my mods and all my members. And guys, click that link. Scan it, click it, love it. Send me boxes of money. I need it. I'll see you guys on the flippity dippity.